Human rights and social justice issues in Africa are complex and multifaceted, with many countries facing significant challenges in these areas. While there is progress being made, there are still numerous issues that need to be addressed to ensure the protection and promotion of human rights for all individuals in Africa. According to an Amnesty International report, conflict and economic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic have had devastating effects on human rights in the region. Many countries in Africa continue to face conflict, which results in unlawful attacks and killings of civilians by armed groups and government forces. In addition to the conflict, there are several other human rights issues in Africa. Some of these include: 1. Discrimination and violence against women. Women continue to face various forms of discrimination and are often subjected to violence, including sexual violence. The prevalence of violence against women reflects the entrenched patterns of gender discrimination and inequality. 2. Forced evictions and right to housing. Forced evictions are a grave concern in Africa, particularly in urban centers and cities. Many people, especially in informal settlements, face the threat of eviction and the loss of their homes and belongings. Authorities often carry out these evictions without adequate notice, consultation, or compensation, leaving affected communities vulnerable and without access to shelter. 3. Economic and social rights, such as the right to food, health, and education, are often not adequately prioritized in many African countries. Poverty, food insecurity, and lack of access to quality healthcare and education are significant challenges that need to be addressed to ensure social justice and equality. 4. Freedom of assembly and expression. Crackdowns on the right to freedom of assembly and expression are prevalent in many African countries. Authorities often use national security or the pandemic as pretexts to suppress or violently disperse protests. Human rights defenders, activists, journalists, and opposition members face intimidation, harassment, and arrests. 5. Discrimination and violence against marginalized groups. In some countries, certain marginalized groups, such as LGBTI people and people with albinism, face discrimination, violence, and lack of protection. These groups are often subjected to human rights abuses and are not adequately included in social justice initiatives. It is essential for governments, civil society organizations, and international bodies to work together to address these human rights and social justice issues. Efforts should include implementing laws and policies that protect and promote human rights, strengthening judicial systems, ensuring access to justice, and promoting inclusive development and equal opportunities for all individuals in Africa.